Good morning. Just so you know, this is my fourth time trying to record this video. The memory on my phone is really having a hard time, so I try to clean some things up to be able to record this video. We'll see how long it lasts this time. This is my final time trying to record this video, so if it cuts up randomly, I'm not redoing it. This is it. It's taken me a week to get this video out, so we're just gonna get as much done as possible. So this is the first time putting makeup on in a month. I felt well enough to actually put some makeup on, so that's good news, right? That I felt a little bit better to put some makeup on, so yay. Second, so I left you guys kind of hanging. Oh, also, I'm in the backyard. So if you hear the ducks quacking in the mud-infested backyard, that's what you're hearing are my pet ducks. So no alarming. Last time I videoed out here, the ducks were quacking like the entire time. So for those of you that don't know, I have pet ducks. Okay, so I left you guys hanging last time I spoke with you. That the doctor was testing me for some kind of scary things. So let's just get that out of the way. I do not have acromegaly. Thank heavens. That was scary. The more I researched it, it was really scary, and it was a really long 3 weeks until I found out that I didn't have it. Which, for those of you that don't know, it's tumors in the brain that causes lots of different issues. So my arm is propped up with a pot because we left it out here from barbecuing last night. Anyway, okay, so I don't have that. So when I spoke with the doctor, I still have not been feeling very well. So something's been going on, but he's like, all of your labs look pretty good. I'm not quite sure what's going on with you at this point. So he also was testing me for Cushing's disease, and my cortisol levels were fine. So he also said that Cushing's disease is one of the harder diseases to diagnose because your cortisol levels can go up and down. So just depending on when you get tested, they might be okay at that moment in time. So really, it's just kind of a fluctuation. So he wasn't really sure, but there wasn't any red flags with that. So with my other labs, everything else looked pretty good. My, what is it called? Cholesterol. The bad cholesterol was a little high. The good cholesterol was great. So he usually, if you have issues with your cholesterol, they're both out of whack, but they were, just the bad cholesterol was a little raised. But I know my family suffers from cholesterol issues, so he did say that that could just be hereditary, but we'll watch it and make sure that it's not going up, that it either stays the same or kind of fluctuates a little bit going down. So I'll just be retested for a few months to make sure it's a-okay. And then my phosphorus levels were really low, which is weird. And this is where it frustrates me, guys. When he was browsing through my labs, he looked at it and he's like, well, your phosphorus is really low. I don't know why. That's interesting. And let's move on. And I was like, okay, don't you think that if anything is low or off, that should be a sign as to what is going on with me? I don't know. I just thought it was really interesting. So I ended up doing my own research on it. And as I was researching, first, let me finish my doctor's appointment. So he didn't really know which direction to go and what we should do. And I said, hey, listen, can we please do a CT scan of my abdomen to check my kidneys, the pancreas, and all the glands that are down there, and also my female organs because I'm going on 3 months without menstruating, and I just want to make sure everything's good. So I did have an ultrasound done in January to make sure there wasn't anything going on with the uterus and the ovaries. However, CT scans just go in a little more depth. So I specifically asked my child not to bother me during this video, and here he comes. He's 5. Anyway, so I requested the CT scan, and he's like, I have to have a reason for your insurance to cover it. So he asked me a whole bunch of questions, and I did. I was experiencing cramping, I was experiencing fertility issues, things like that. So he thought, it's probably a good idea to get it done to make sure everything's a-okay. So I'm getting that done on Wednesday. Today's Monday, so I'm getting it done in 2 days. And if everything's good to go, then everything's perfect with my endocrine system, and something else is going on. So back to the drawing board. But I will feel comforted knowing that we're going to get that CT scan done, so I can make sure there's nothing being missed. Just because how miserable I've been feeling, I just want to make sure. So back to the drawing board. With that being said, I kind of was relieved and also discouraged. Relieved that I didn't have those really, really scary diseases, and also discouraged because what's going on. Oh, and I forgot to mention, he also did an ultrasound on my thyroid, and it looks beautiful. There's no scarring or anything going on. So he doesn't think it's Hashimoto's. My levels, hold on a second, guys. Okay, so my antibodies are raised still in the thyroid. So he said he doesn't know why that's happening. But okay. He said that maybe I'm developing Hashimoto's, but it hasn't really caused any effect on my thyroid yet. But the reason for the raised antibodies, he doesn't know, which is frustrating. The mystery of the body. So for now, he is setting aside the thyroid, but in 2 months, he will just retest the baseline numbers just to make sure they're not changing. So there we go on the thyroid. So for now, I guess we're doing the CT scan, making sure everything's clear, and then we're going back to the drawing board. So with that being said, I felt kind of discouraged coming home from the appointment, solely because I didn't have any direction. I didn't know where to go, what questions to ask, what to research. I just didn't know what was going on with me. And guys, you have to remember, I've been in bed for like a month, where I would stand up and I'd get dizzy and I would get nauseous, and I mean, there's just a whole slew of symptoms. I'm not going to get into it. Just know it was really bad, where I was scared that something was really wrong. So this is where it gets discouraging, because if they're not finding anything, it's like, well, there's my dog, guys. Sorry, guys. So I didn't know what is going on. So for those of you that know me, you know that I enjoy energy work and meditation and prayer. I'm a religious person. So I decided to do a lot of meditation and energy work and prayer to try to figure out what my body needs and how I needed to get out of bed, to get well enough to be able to get out of bed. So with that energy work and meditation, again, sorry if this is out there for you guys, but this is me. I got that I needed to do a castor oil cleanse. I had no idea what that meant. So I researched it, and apparently it's a thing. And so I decided to try it. So that day, I got a castor oil cleanse. I read up about it, of what I needed to do and how I needed to cleanse myself, because during that meditation, my body was telling me that there was something going on with my digestive system, that it was super out of whack, that I had way too much bad bacteria I'm reaching my limit, guys. It's gonna end. So with that being said, I started a cleanse. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm supposed to do it for 12 weeks. So after the 12 weeks, I will check up with you again and let you know how I'm feeling. But just know that cleanse helped me so much. It was horrific. I don't recommend it unless you absolutely need it. But I am improving. My video is going to end. So that's where I'm at, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will update you again next week. Okay? Bye.